While I am grateful to the French FA for not sacking me, I've had enough of trying to win the Euros and World Cup for now. It's time for something new, and I think all tucked away down there, Australia is the place for us to go in this forlorn attempt to actually win something. The Asian Cup is just months away and we're the holders. Let's try to retain it, shall we? Australia had a decent home World Cup, losing to Portugal in the second round, and Luka Morgan is the star man at centre back. He starts for Dortmund every week. And then there's Lachlan Smith, who's a very good striker for Newcastle, and Wang Yu-chun is a very nice goalkeeper at Hoffenheim. In fact, we have two really good goalkeepers, is this lad's at PSG. Other areas are less amazing, but there's a lot to work with here. We play 6 friendlies to get used to the system, and we win 5 and draw 1, which is a nice bit of prep. Going into the tournament, South Korea are the main threat, but Japan, China, Iran and Qatar could cause issues as well. Our group seems pretty straightforward, but it's never the group that's the issue really, is it? We are expected to win the tournament, which would be nice, but it didn't work out that way with Brazil, did it? Anyway, the UAE are up first. At this stage it's a bit pointless running through the team because pretty much everybody's a regen. There's no one horrifically terrible, although the wingers and midfielders aren't amazing. The depth also isn't the greatest, but that seems to be an issue everywhere. It doesn't take long for us to break the deadlock. Alex Demo's effort is blocked but finds its way to Roy King to fire into the roof of the net. It's good to see our bad luck continues wherever we are though, as we hit the post again before the break. But in the second half, Cameron Pupion, who is actually a real person, puts a corner in which Demo heads home to double our lead. Left back Aduma then finds Pupion, who fires in at the near post for a deserved goal for himself. 3-0. Excellent start. Our second game is against the Philippines and we stick with the same side. It doesn't take long to find the breakthrough as Aduma's cross is nodded in by Demo, and then a minute later Roy King dispatches a smart finish. And then Pupion continues to show he's really good at corners as first Luka Morgan and then Lachlan Smith both head home. Then in injury time a side foot pass from Umari finds Smith, who provides a delicate dink finish over the keeper for 5. Oman then draw with the UAE, so we qualify for the knockouts with a game to spare. The game against Oman will decide who tops the group, but it's also the best opportunity to rest players, which is usually the determining factor in these tournaments. It's another good performance though. 25 minutes in, Luke Ryan's cross finds Karen Manos to give us the lead, and then on the hour, after Dylan McLeod has 15 tries, Sonny Charles lashes home for a second. We top the group with maximum points, which always seems to happen, but let's actually win in the knockouts, shall we? Vietnam are our second round opponents. Can we just have a nice, stress-free knockout game? I feel like it's been a while, if ever. It's all about luck really, and we finally get some as Pupion's ball to Smith is hilariously turned in for an own goal 19 minutes in. Smith then actually does get a touch for the next 2 as his good finishes have us 3-0 to the good at half time. It should be more in the second half, but the job was done in the first. That's what I'm talking about, finally. In the quarterfinal though, we get China, who scare me. They have some decent players and just won a game 9-0. In the quarterfinals, there's the first shock of the tournament as South Korea are dumped out by Saudi Arabia. And the shock is doubled as Japan are defeated by Syria. 2 favourites out in a row, very good. Who's playing next? It's us. Please, God, don't let us choke. It's a cagey first half to the point that there are no highlights. In the second half, we finally do get a highlight as Pupion's free kick is of course headed against the bar and is offside anyway. But then in the 90th minute, Aduma's throw is knocked on by McLeod to Lachlan Smith, who dinks his header over the onrushing goalkeeper. It stays down, it goes in, we have the lead and surely the win. We go defensive and then from kickoff, China play a long ball over the top, one of the world's best defenders misses a simple header and Deng scores. I cannot stress how much I hate this game and it has completely ruined my life. Extra time is a write-off and it's penalties again. Oh, for God's sake, not like this, please, just not like this. China's first penalty is saved, but then Smith attempts one of the worst penalties of all time himself. Their second penalty is saved as well, and then Morgan redeems himself by scoring his. Everyone else scores, so Omari has the chance to be a hero, and he does. We win 4-3, and thank God for that, because something was going out of the window if we hadn't. We get Iran in the semi-final. Full credit to the AFC, by the way, because even though it takes place during the European season, there is actually a meaningful amount of days rest between games here. Much appreciated. The team is the same for this one. How are we going to screw this up? There's an early chance as Smith finds Pupion on the turn, but it's saved. From the same highlight, we come forwards again, and Alabala strikes the ball beautifully against the crossbar. How many times do we hit the woodwork in this save? Aduma finds Pupion, whose effort goes just over the bar. We then work another chance on the left with Aduma finding finding Pupillon once more, who slides the ball into the goal for a deserved lead. We need a second goal though. How many times have we been in this situation before? We get a chance on the right, Alabalas keeps possession, swings the ball in, and Lachlan Smith heads in for 2. Moments later, some beautiful one-touch football finds Smith again, who fires in for 3. Iran do manage to pull a goal back from Zamani, but even we can't throw away a 3-goal lead. We win. We've won a semi-final. We've made a final. Syria then go and beat Saudi Arabia on penalties in the other semi-final to set up what, in 15 years, is only our 4th direct shot at one of the 7 trophies we need. We've won 2 of the finals, we've lost 1. Let's keep that record positive. Now, ordinarily, I would love nothing more than a fairy tale Asian Cup win for Syria, but not today. Today we need to win 5-0, please. Here's the team. Let's go. We should have a penalty 5 minutes in as Aduma is completely taken out, but nothing is given. Syria are defending very deep, so we need to be patient. We work a chance as Pupillon puts the ball in, and an unfortunate bounce from a clearance allows Alabalas to give us the lead. And then just before the break, Pupillon's free kick is headed in by Lachlan Smith to put us 2-0 to the good. Syria do get a highlight from the resultant kickoff, but their effort is wayward and offside anyway. In the second half, we create very little, but the job was done and they create absolutely nothing. No shot at all as the clock ticks down and we win. We actually win something. I can't believe it. It actually went right for once. We got a bit of luck with a penalty shootout against China and a bit of luck with Japan and South Korea being knocked out. But still, it's been 10 years, but we finally actually won a trophy we need. Oceania, North America, and now Asia. Done, and it's long overdue. A fantastic performance from the lads, and it means I can finally unload some of these leagues. Now, I was hoping that this would, as fun as it's been, be our only episode with Australia. The African Cup of Nations was going on at the same time, Morocco emerging victorious, so my plan was to take one of the jobs for the tournament in 2 years' time, but the only job available is Algeria. I was hoping for a Ghana or Senegal personally. I'm not really feeling it, so I think we'll hold tight for now. I mean, it's taken 15 years to get 3 trophies. There's no rush for number 4, so we'll stick with Australia for now, but we'll go somewhere else when something else comes up, most likely after the next European Championships. I'll see you next time.